Most presentations don't fail because the content is bad. They fail because nobody cares. And if people don't care, they don't listen. And if they don't listen, your message is lost. This is the sequence which happens with the most of the presentations. Here is what most people presentations look like: too many slides, too much information, and too little connection. What it actually telling, the speaker is underprepared. You open a presentation like this: today I'm going to take you through the quarterly performance metrics of our company. Immediately people disconnected. Why? Because you started with information, but people don't engage with the information. They already had a lot of information. They engage with the relevance. Is it relevant to me? What is in there for me? That is the first and fundamental question audience always ask. Imagine sitting in a meeting and a presenter starts reading slide after slides, beautiful slides, all colorful slides with the charts, numbers, bullet points, and you try to focus, but your mind drifts. You check your phone, you lose the interest. Now imagine another presenter arrives and start with 3 months ago we are losing our biggest client and we lost him. Now you are listening. Who is the biggest client and how did we lost him? The same topic, different impact. Because one presented the data and the other created the curiosity. The human perspective, one is the data perspective. Data perspective is always lost in the flow of time, but humanistic approach will always stay. Let me give you a framework that will fix this problem. To fix your presentations and make them most visually appealing as well as connecting. You don't need more content, you need a better structure. I call this ACTS, A.C.T.S framework: attention, context, transformation, and simplicity. So always bring the attention. The step number one is attention. Hook them first by questioning, by telling something story which is relevant to you, relevant to them. Start with something that grabs attention. This is the first step. If you don't grab attention, you will lose them at the very first second. Instead of today, I will present, say, we almost lost our biggest opportunity last quarter. Now people lean in because they became part of your story. Number two, keep the context, make it relevant to them, explain why it matters. We lost the client, our company lost. This directly affects how we grow next year. Now it connects to the audience because it is about them, their company, my company, right? Third one, transformation. Show the change. Present your key message as a journey to the best option available. Here is what changed in the last 3 months, and we are ahead of our deadlines. People follow the change. People want to know the change. This is where you need to simplify the message. Step number four, simplicity. Reduce overload now. Simplify one idea per slide is a great way, and fewer words and more clarity. Don't blur with so many colors. Clarity builds impact. The less content on the slide, the more adoption by the audience. Failing presentations are like this. Let me walk you through the data. We are having slide number one, slide two, slide three. No, audience disconnect. By using this framework of A.C.T.S, we were about to lose a key client 3 months before. Here is what went wrong with that client, and here is how we fixed it. So the change, transformation. Now the audience follows because it feels like a story of them changing the client, dissatisfied client into a very reliable client. When you fix your presentations, you don't just deliver information, you create experiences. People stop checking their phones, they start paying attention, they start remembering, because great presences don't just explain, they connect. And when your